friends, it's Ian from RTO here. Welcome to another album ranking, and it's snowing, and it's not very light. We've actually had, I'd say, about ½ inch of snow out there at the moment, and it's still snowing. So hence why we got some light on the subject. Anyway, we've got some Frank Zappa today, and then we've got part 5. And of course, we got to the 1990s, and sadly, this is the decade that Frank sadly passed away of cancer. I've included the album, his last recordings he made. It's a live album. I know I normally don't do it, but because it was the last album that was put out in his lifetime, I thought I'd put it in today. So most of these are posthumously. So we've got 5 albums to look at today. If I've missed any out, please let me know in the comments below, and I'll put something together at some stage, the ones that we've missed. So coming in at number 5, now this was the 63rd album that was released by Frank Zappa, although he had passed away in his estate, and it was a double album, and it was called Civilization Phaze III. And it was the first album of new material that they'd found since '86. Don't know who's playing on it, so here we go. So the first one is called This Is Phaze III, and it's just footage. This is Phaze III. And then we've got Put a Motor in Yourself. It's a little instrumental thing, and it's probably the best thing on here. It's quite good, actually. I do like that one. Then we have Oh Hum. Stupid Conversation. Whoever's doing it, I don't know. They Made Me Eat It. It's got some jazzy noises on it. It's a very short piece. Regan at Bitburg. It's one of the longer tracks. It's quite good. It's got some nice structure. Excellent little track. A very nice body. That's all it says. Nothing there. And then we have Nanofax. A little short bit of jiggly guitar. How the Pigs Music Works. Nonsense chatter. Don't know what's going on there. Xmas Values. It's just bits thrown together. Doesn't flow very well. Dark Water, 23 seconds of bizarreness. Then we have America, America. It's okay, it's a bit of an odd ball, it's got bits thrown together on it. Have you heard the band? Quirky little bits, it's 38 seconds. Saliva Can Only Take So Much. Like the idea of this, but it only lasts 30 seconds. Buffalo Voice. Lots of voices on this, it's okay. Someplace Else Right Now, it's a spoken word thing. Get a Life, doesn't make any sense. 28 seconds of More Talk. Then we have a thing that's got its End Light, Negative Light, Venice Submerged. New World Order, The Lifestyle You Deserve. Creatism, and He Has Risen. It's 18 minutes of stuff that's already been done on the album. It's not very memorable. I wish Motorhead would come back. An interesting piece on speech of that. Secular Humanism. It's just a little nonsense. Then we get Attack, 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 which is a speech thing. I Was in a Drum. A variation of what we've already heard on here. Addicting Octave. 57 seconds of nothing. This ain't CNN. Not very good. The Pigs Music, a little bit boring. A Pigs with Ring, it's okay. This Is Wrong, more speech. Hot and Putrid, 30 seconds of nonsense. Flowing Inside Out, just nonsense. I Had a Dream, it's nonsense. The Gross Man, it's just twiddly bits and lots of chattering. A Tunnel in the Muck, 20 seconds worth of nothing. Why not? a poor little motor in them. Again, it just doesn't make any sense. You're just insulting me, aren't you? It's all right. Cold Light of Generation and Dio Fab. 8 minutes of rubbish. Don't know what's going on there. Then we've got, that would be the end of that. 35 seconds of nothings. Beat the Reaper, 15 minutes of noises. And then Waffenspiel. Yes, it is Waffenspiel. It's dogs barking, people walking, noises. Apart from a couple of bits, it just seems like they've put an album out for the sake of it. I just didn't get on with this. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 1 out of 10. Because there was a couple of bits on there worth listening to. Okay, coming in at number 4 is another album, and it's called EIHN, which means Everything is Healing Nicely. It was released in 1999, and it features recordings made with the ensemble of Modern for preparation for the Yellow Shark album, which we will talk about, and features recordings of violinist El Shaka and on Roland's big, which he did on Roland's big event, Strat Vindaloo. Library card, it's 7 minutes of bits. You know, this is like rehearsals sort of thing, so it's just little bits put together. This is a test, just loads of old trumpets. Doesn't sound too that. Jolly good fellow. It's got a nice little trumpet and clarinet. I don't mind that. Then we've got Roland's big event, Strat Vindaloo. This is featuring El Shankar, the violinist. It's quite nice. It goes on a little bit, too bit long, but it's okay. Master Ringo. Just bits of nonsense and bits and bots put together. Then we got Timershi Dewin. Short 2 minutes of little bits put together. Nap Time. Dull as ditch water. Well, nothing there really going on. 9/8 Objects. I suppose it's all right. It's got some nice vibraphone on it. Naked City. Now this is the best thing on here. It's dramatic. Oh, it's got some oboe on it. It gives you that real bad atmosphere. And then we got YE Prototype, which sounds like an orchestra warming up. Monica Goes Home. Just bits and bobs and noises. None of the Above, revised and pre-visited. It's just a combination of little bits that they put together. It's a bit disjointed, but the bits are okay. Wonderful Tattoo. Lots of noise. And it's okay. With these albums, it's just finding the little good bits. There's a few little good bits on here, so I'm going to give this an RTO ranking of 2 out of 10. Okay, coming in at number 3. Now this was released in 1996, and it's called Läther, or Leather. It's got stuff on it, a variety of bootleg recordings, etc. So the first one is called Re-Egyptian Strut and Sleep Derp. Oh, there's loads of noises and talking. Naval Aviation in Art. There's a little orchestral flurry. It's okay. A Little Green Rosetta, previously unreleased and reworked, and it did appear on Joe's Garage. This version has a guitar solo, which is on Ship Ahoy, from the Shut Up and Play Your Guitar. It's okay, I don't mind that. Duck Duck Goose starts off all right, then there's a discussion, and then it just goes into nonsense. Down Dee Doo, Dee. It's them mucking about with a guitar. It's quite funny, actually. I don't mind that. For the young and sophisticated, a different version of this featured on Tinseltown Rebellion. Listen to both versions, and they're pretty good. Trying to Grow a Chin. This is previously unreleased, but you will recognise it because another version of this appears on Chic Your Booty. It's a little bit different, but it's still pretty good. Then we have Broken Hearts Are for Arseholes. Another version of this appears on Shake Your Booty, so if you hear that, you'll recognise it. It's okay. The Legend of Illinois Anima Bandit, which was a live tracking, I don't mind. It's quite good improv jazz thing. Let Me Take You to the Beach, a track of Studio Tan. I don't know what that's doing there. Revised music for guitar and low budget orchestra from Studio Tan. Then we have RNNZL from Studio Tan. And then there's just bits of live stuff on the second album. Honey, Do You Want Me Like a Me, The Black Page, Big Leg, Emma, Punky's Whips, Flambe, Purple Lagoon, Pedro's Dowry, Läther, under the title of I Promise Not to Come in Your Mouth, very nice. Spider of Destiny, The Duke of Orchestra of Prunes. Then the third disc has got Filthy Habits from Sleep Dirt, Titties and Beer, which is absolutely fantastic, from Zappa in New York. The Ocean is the Ultimate Solution from Sleep Dirt. The Adventures of Gregory Peccary from Studio Tan. Then we got Readjust some stuff from Sleep Dirt that's been remixed. Leather Goods, pretty good. The Revenge of the Knick Knack People, another track that's never been released, pretty good. And Time Is Money from Sleep Dirt. Lots of repeats on here, but it's not a bad album, to be quite honest. So I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 4.5. Okay, coming in at number 2 is an album of material that got lost, and it goes back as early as 58 to the mid-70s. It's just called The Lost Episodes. The Blackouts, 22 seconds of really weird stuff. Lost in a Whirlpool, interesting. It just sounds like it was recorded a very long time ago. It's quite good. I like that. Ronnie Sings, just and all that. Then we got Kenny's Booger Story, bit of vocal speech. Ronnie's Booger Story, bit of that. Matt, same. Mount St Mary's Concept excerpt, twiddly bits. Take Your Clothes Off When You Dance, jazz, little jazz thing, not too bad. Tiger Roach, it's okay. It's got some idiotic talking at the end, but that's Frank telling this is not available as an album. Run Home, it's just little quirky bits. Fountain of Love, again, it's just bits and bobs thrown together. Run Home Cues, 28 seconds of nonsense. Anyway, the Wind Blows, pretty half decent track. Run Comes Home, number 3, 11 seconds, don't know what that's doing there. Then we have Chava, that's an interesting track, to say the least. The Dick Kunk Story, Wedding Dress Strong, which is a traditional song arranged by Zappa. Yeah, Handsome Cabin Boy, yeah, it's an old folk song. Cops and Buns, it's okay. The Big Squeeze is okay. I Am the Band Leader, bits and bobs there. Alley Cat, I've heard that thing. And then they have the little bits of the Grand Wazoo. Wonderful Wino, Kung Fu, another alternative version of RDNZL. Basement Music is just them jamming. There's nothing in particular. Inca Roads, yeah, it's just jam really. Little Clanton Shuffle, bit of a shuffly track that is. And I Don't Want to Get Drafted, fun little track. And Charlena, it's an album of bits of bobs. You know, it's taking bits from the Mothers of Invention sets, and it's a pretty good album actually. It's a lot of fun having all these little insights of them. So I'm going to give that one an RTO ranking of 5 out of 10. But the number 1 album is the last album that Frank released in his lifetime. It's a live album called The Yellow Shark, and it was released in November of 1993, and Frank died exactly almost a month later. So we got this intro. It's just track. It's a live album, a bit simple. His career done with an orchestra. So you've got Dog Breath Variations on here. Uncle Meat's on here. It's not a bad version. Outrage of Adair's pretty good. Times Beach 2, lovely sort of orchestral thing. Wonderful music. 3 Revisited, not too bad. Then we got The Girl in Magnesium Dress. How these tracks You can tell they've been written well because they transform into an orchestral thing, all right. Bebop Tango is okay. Ruth is Sleeping, None of the Above, best version of that I've heard in a little while. Pentangram Afternoon, then Keste Casida Piccoloni, not too bad. Time Speech 3 is all right. Food Gathering in the Post-Industrial America, okay. Welcome to the United States, Grandeur, pretty good. Pound for a Brown, okay. Exercise 4, seems like they're warming up. Get Whiteley, pretty good. And G-Spot Tornado. Now, as a rule, you know I never put a live album in a album ranking, but this is the last one he brought out. It's an instrumental, it's okay. I just wanted to put this in. They're nice interpretations of Frank Zappa songs, so I shall give that an RTO ranking of 6 out of 10. So there we are, a brief look into some of the 90s albums that were released after his death. Next week we're going to look at the last albums that have come out of the Frank Zappa collection, the 2000s, so that'll be the last part of the Frank Zappa story. Coming up next is Retro Ranking, and this band, it sort of made some great hits, but they forgotten about, and it is Manfred Mann. So join me for that. Bye for now.